In Atlanta, during a tense morning divorce hearing, 29-year-old Kaitlyn Moore sat in the courtroom, her heart a mixture of calm resolve and quiet pain. Her hands rested steadily in her lap, though inside, a storm of emotions churned. Relief at the nearing end, sorrow for the love she once believed in, and a flicker of hope for what lay ahead. Across from her, her 35-year-old ex-husband, Justin Brooks, lounged with a smug grin, his eyes glinting with triumph. He was certain that in mere minutes, he'd sign the papers and be rid of the worthless schoolteacher he'd married 3 years ago. To him, she was a fleeting accessory, a pawn in his polished life, and he smirked, convinced he knew every detail of her modest existence and her late father's humble legacy. Justin had once seemed like a dream, successful, charismatic, his chiseled features and tailored suits a perfect facade. He'd swept Kaitlyn off her feet with lavish attention and extravagant gifts, proposing with a ring that outshone her yearly salary, whispering that she was his one true love. But after the wedding vows faded, his adoration turned to disdain. He belittled her noble profession, treating her like a temporary adornment to his gleaming image. And at every turn, he jabbed at her with cruel reminders that her father, now gone, had been just a laborer. The sting of his words had carved deep wounds, yet Kaitlyn endured, her spirit unbroken beneath the surface. Unbeknownst to her at the time, Justin's love had been a calculated scheme. He hadn't wanted her heart. He coveted the land on the city's outskirts, a modest plot her father had left her. He'd learned of the inheritance and planned to claim it through their marriage, dismissing it as a trivial asset. But fate had other plans. Kaitlyn's lawyer, sensing something amiss, commissioned a geological survey. The revelation was staggering. Beneath the soil lay a natural gas deposit worth millions. As the courtroom held its breath, the judge unsealed a mysterious envelope left by Kaitlyn's father before his passing. A trust fund he'd secretly established for her, now grown into a fortune. The air thickened with tension as the judge's gavel fell, declaring Justin's actions deliberate and voiding the prenuptial agreement. Kaitlyn's eyes welled with tears, not of defeat, but of vindication and newfound strength. She rose from her seat, her posture regal, her dignity restored like a phoenix rising from ashes. On the parking lot, Justin's voice faltered as he called after her, desperation cracking his once confident facade. But she walked on, her steps firm, leaving him behind. He'd lost not just the money, but the battle against a woman he'd underestimated. In that moment, Kaitlyn realized that being undervalued wasn't a curse. It was her quiet power, a hidden strength forged through betrayal. Sometimes, she thought, we must endure the deepest wounds to discover our true selves. True worth, she now knew, lies not in wealth, but in the resilience that shines when everything crumbles. This remarkable journey of hers left an indelible mark, a testament to the power of perseverance and self-worth.